I'm James Hollywood Machikari. Join me Monday through Friday for Motorcycle Mayhem Morning Show on YouTube Live, Facebook, and all major podcasting platforms where we talk about all the major biker news going on in the scene. Rock on! Rock on, baby! This show is going to be dedicated to John Sturgis and again, Kory Graff, man. Thanks for helping out the show with your donations. You guys rock. We're going to be playing Everclear-Def, Leppard, and Candlebox over on the podcast edition of the show, and I really appreciate it, man. All our freaking subscribers are really coming through after what's been happening over on the YouTube channel with all the censorship. My God. Oh, man, it's like every one of our videos has been hit with this over 18 only crap, and it's really killing us over here. So all the donations to the show is really helping out. You can donate with the Cash App, $ Motorcycle Madhouse, of course, PayPal, and YouTube Super Chat. We got a heck of a show coming up. I'm actually gonna be addressing BD's video, Black Dragon. Man, he was point on with his analysis of something that happened, and I'll be talking about that after the intro to the show. Sad state of affairs, man, and it kind of goes into what I was talking about in regard of motorcycle clubs. The age come to an end, and boy, is that one over on HarleyLiberty.com got some comments on it. A lot of pissed off people, I guess. A lot of pissed off people. But yeah, that's going to be coming up. Don't forget to hit that like button over on YouTube. Share us like a hooker, and that really helps right there. So cue the intro. Let's get this sucker going. Get your most unbiased and trusted biker news now at HarleyLiberty.com. Founded in 2012, Insane Throttle Biker News has been the place that all bikers come for what's happening in the scene. Go over now and bookmark HarleyLiberty.com. Rock on! Okay, time for the monologue, and this kind of, like I said, flows into what I was talking about on the last segment, and a lot of people do get confused because I don't, on the Motorcycle Madhouse one, I don't list episodes, so maybe I need to go through that whole damn thing and relabel things episodes on the podcast, that way everybody understands, or just freaking just list it, you know what I mean? But there's a video that had surfaced, and again, Black Dragon TV, go over there and subscribe. He is the one that I send all the questions about protocol over to, because that's just not what I cover. I cover the news, give opinions, and all that type of stuff. So again, get over, and if you're not already subscribed to BD, something's already wrong with you, but get over there and check him out. A video surfaced of a motorcycle club member. I believe it was the Hells Angels. I don't know. I didn't see the patch, because there's a thing in the citizens world that everybody thinks anybody with the patch is a Hells Angel, but I'm just going to go with the story that was told. The guy was riding. He was a citizen, not a club member, and I guess the member tried to run him off the road at for passing them and stuff. And BD came with the right angle on that, man. Nobody ever can freaking approve. I don't care if you like motorcycle clubs. I don't care if you're 100 or 1,000% supporter of motorcycle clubs, that you would approve of somebody trying to knock somebody off their bike. For one, citizens, they're not into this protocol stuff. They're there to ride. They're motorcycle enthusiasts. And for anybody to say any different is screwed up, wrong, I would say dead wrong. And it shouldn't lead to something like that. And
this video, after I watched it on Black Dragon's channel, I was like, it ain't no wonder people are starting not to like motorcycle clubs. It ain't no damn wonder. And I covered some of the reasons why a lot of people are, you know, disenchanted with them, don't want nothing to do with them. And then this video pops up. I was like, Jesus Christ, are you kidding me? They actually tried to do this. I would, you know, like BD say, I would say, man, that's attempted murder right there. Because if he would have lost control of that bike and went down, it would have been all over at the speeds he was going. And why? Why? Because he was riding his motorcycle and you don't believe other motorcycles should pass you? Yeah, I know a lot of the protocol channels have this thing where what to do if you're, you know, passing a 1%er. You know what? I'm sorry to say, but 1%ers do not run the roads. They don't. This is America. And it's too damn bad that we have freedoms, right? That you can do what you want to do under the law in this country. You don't need to, how can I say this? Confer or concur with some protocol that you can't pass other motorcyclists. Now, I know I'm going to catch heat for that, but, you know, the one thing about this show is I got to give honest opinions, man. It has to go both ways. And it depends on the situation. What's in front of me? Now, if you don't like that, you're on the wrong channel. As far as my beliefs on this, I think it's just ridiculous. I think it's ridiculous that you have to make protocol videos about this. There was a lot of people that died for this country in our wars. Hundreds of thousands of people died for this country to give you the right for freedom. And for a club to think they can take that freedom away, especially where most of them are freaking citizens or veterans of this country, what the hell are you thinking? Seriously, what the hell are you thinking? Trying to dictate what other people do on their motorcycle. Do you do it with cars? And if you say you do, you're lying. Because you don't. Cars pass packs all the damn time. But I guess because it's two wheels, people owe you. People owe you to stay behind you like some second-class citizen when they're independent and just riding their own deal. That ain't American. I actually have to say that's un-American, and it's bullshit. One thing I hoping, because this is getting a lot of traction right now, is the club involved goes and says to the member or whoever it was, what the hell are you doing? You could have killed the guy. Then there's more court costs, the bad media that's coming out of it, which I don't know if the media's picked this up yet. I know the third parties like us have picked it up. But if the mainstream picks it up, can you imagine how bad it's going to look to the citizens? And I get it. We don't care what the citizens think. We just do us, which is great. You know what? That's a freedom that you get. A lot of people died for that freedom as well. But you can't expect backup in all these profiling fights. You can't expect people to back you in this kind of shit. When that happens, people are actually very disgusted about this video. And you know what? My hat's off to Black Dragon for this. He really put an honest thing out there. And I think our subscribers worldwide, that's why they come to channels like ours, because they know we're not going to sugarcoat anything. Now, what happened if this guy had a piece on him? I know a lot of people that would have pulled in a heartbeat, man. Patch or not. They would have pulled. They would have shot the guy. Because, hey, you're defending yourself at that point. And there ain't no court in the world, this country especially, that would have convicted you for shooting the guy. Because it's blatantly clear in that video, he tried to knock him off his bike. But again, going back to what I said in yesterday's episode and catching hell over on HarleyLiberty.com about, you know, is the age of the motorcycle club coming to an end? And I argued that different generations look at things different than the previous one. I even had people go over to HarleyLiberty.com and say, you know, it's all the geezers that think MC, us youngins, we don't have no interest in it. I argued it, and then there's somebody that came back and said that. You know, I think the MC phenomenon really has to do with the Harley-Davidson generation. Now, what I mean is, people who buy Harleys think, okay, let's go into a MC club. Where a lot of the younger generation, they go into the RC scene. Because there's so much more to life than an MC. So that's the trends that I'm seeing. But wait till you guys see this video, and I'll be the first one to say, if you try to give any excuse for what the hell happened in that video, something is very wrong with you. Very wrong with you. But first, we're going to go to Everclear for John Sturgis and Kory Graff, man. Your support means the world to us. If you too want to donate and get a show dedicated to you, you can do so by making a donation on Cash App, $ Motorcycle Madhouse, or PayPal. Again, that link's in the description box because it's long. I don't want to sit there with it. And of course, over on the YouTube Super Chat. Also, got that brand new store out with some really cool ass logos, man. I wanted to take time, make up some good stuff. So everything over there is official. Go over there, click the link, go get you some merchandise to support the show. But let's get into this and enjoy that song, man. I think you're going to really love it. Kory and John.
Get your most unbiased and trusted biker news now at HarleyLiberty.com. Founded in 2012, Insane Throttle Biker News has been the place that all bikers come for what's happening in the scene. Go over now and bookmark HarleyLiberty.com. Rock on!
Hey, we are on BD's video, Black Dragon. Make sure you guys subscribe to it. He is the one who has the video out on YouTube right now. And beautiful commentary on it, BD. But anyway, it's titled BD's Reaction Video, Run Off the Road by Hell's Angels. Like a movie too. And let's see some of the stuff.
Think about it. The comments below, we didn't gassed up. $20, 12 gallons. Got about an hour left until some city. So stay tuned with us and come ride with your boy.
Okay, and then it before the incident, it says, at this point, I'm in the open desert, and notice a bunch of bikers in front. I downshift to try and catch up. Once I got close enough, I seen it was the Hells Angels, and a Hells Angel slowed down and tried to run me off the road. Here we go. Didn't know you couldn't pass them like that. And there it is. He tried to kick him off the motorcycle right there. And this is a civilian. At this point, he's weaving in front of me, keeping me from the pack. I now know that the stuff they said on TV was real. He gives him the finger. And he's still going, and he's shaking his head. I signal to keep going. I don't want no issues. Pissed off at this point, he's putting, and I'm reading what he's saying on the video. Again, this is a civilian, no colors, no club affiliation, none of that type of stuff. But you can see in the video, and I really suggest that you go. Let's see here. The president finally signals me to pass them. I drop a gear and disappeared. So we're all watching that right now. Yeah, there was like 6 of them right there. Now, a normal person, if they, in that kind of state, they would have had a freaking gun. They would have just started popping off stuff. But that right there, where they tried to kick him off his bike.
Right, guys, we just made it to the city, basically. About 30 miles out, but riding pretty good, man. It's fucking crazy. One of those fucking Hell's Angels tried to fucking kick me off my bike. I think I got it on the GoPro. Like, you're not about to fucking put my life on the line over some motorcycle shit.
I said more, but the way the Hell's Angels is set up, it got cut out of the video. Lessons learned, to say the least. And I don't know who actually made this video.
So you can see it. Absolutely.
Here's some of Black Dragon.
So a lot of the videos that I've gotten have been like, or a lot of the questions I've gotten, people sending me this video have been like, the latest one was, you need to tell that young punk that you don't go pulling up on no 1%er motorcycle club, and he's so stupid, and, you know, you train him, Black Dragon, teach him what he needs to know. And, you know, I'm having a hard time with that. Because I don't think as a civilian you have any responsibility in America to cower to anyone.
Preach it, man.
For any reason. And I just got to be honest with you. Somebody coming at you trying to kick you off your motorcycle, I couldn't see a patch at that point.
Hell no.
There's no patch that I can see, no reverence that I can give. I can only see an aggressor trying to kill me.
Agreed.
At that point. And at that point, there's 2 things you can do: flight or fight. Fight could mean 2 in the chest, a handful of marbles thrown at you, my get-back whip across your face, or my superior experience and knowledge in motorcycle handling, where that trick that you try would get you put into the side of a rail, put you off of the side of the highway, or into a 18-wheeler or passing car, because we've been doing this a long time, and those kind of tricks, they don't scare some folks. So I always will show and give deference and respect up until the point that you've decided that I don't deserve any respect. And when you have decided that,
you know what, BD is point on with this analysis.
What you believe in is so important that someone has to die for it. I don't intend to die for what I believe in, but I don't mind making you die for what you believe in the words of one of my Marine buddies who used to say that all the time. I don't buy it. I don't buy into it. It's absolute BS, and it's a bully move, an intimidation move, and actually it's an assault. And to me, it's attempted murder.
You know what? He is so on with this analysis. That's one thing I like about Black Dragon, is he's always calm, collective, and his analysis, it's educational, and it's real, man. Like what he just said, you're trying to commit attempted murder. At that point, patch or no patch don't mean nothing. There's 6 motorcyclists. This is a freaking civilian. Doesn't know anything about any of this stuff. It looked like he just bought a brand new freaking bike. So he ain't gonna know any of this stuff. But to try to kick him off his bike, what kind of move is that? More of my final thoughts. Now, let's go to some news here. TimesUnion.com. Legislative aide charged with sex abuse is fired from Capitol job by Brendan Lyons. There's the picture of the freak. State Assemblyman Peter Abbott Jr., or Abbott, on Monday announced he had terminated his longtime legislative director, Joseph P. Brady, who was arrested over the weekend on charges of sexually abusing an 18-year-old girl at his residence. Brady, 40, who has been associated with a motorcycle gang with ties to the Hells Angels, is accused of sexually assaulting the woman after her 16-year-old boyfriend, who was also staying with Brady, briefly left the residence. Freak. I can't wait for you to be assaulted when you're behind bars. Quote, these are very serious and concerning charges, and the assembly member have informed the speaker that individual has been terminated. Brady had been paid $108,000 a year as Abbott's legislative director, and this ain't Abbott the organization. This is a representative. The guy's a 71-year-old Brooklyn Democrat, has been a state legislator since '86, and chairs the Assembly's Governmental Employees Committee. Quote, upon hearing the news yesterday, I made the decision to terminate Joseph Brady's position in my office effective immediately. This disturbing news is a shock and has completely broken the trust I had in my staff member. This behavior is inexcusable and he should be held to account. Law enforcement sources said Brady had allegedly sent the teenage boy and another person to a nearby motel on Saturday to purchase more drugs. While they were on that errand, Brady allegedly assaulted the 18-year-old woman. The 16-year-old returned to the residence and found his girlfriend disheveled and disorientated. She had been moved from the couch to a bedroom and showed signs of having been sexually assaulted. As the teenagers fled the residence, Brady allegedly confronted them in an alley outside where he displayed what appeared to be a firearm. The teenagers ran to nearby residents to summon help. Oh my God. Really? Anyway, let's see here. There's more. A law enforcement official briefed on the case said Brady has been on law enforcement's watch list and was questioned last year by state police investigators in connection with the January 2019 disappearance of Michael Aaron, a 42-year-old Stillwater resident and member of the Rolling Pride Motorcycle Club. Saratoga County Sheriff's officials last year said he was last seen on January 6th. He had lived at the club's headquarters on Brickyard Road in Stillwater. Brady's being charged with felony sexual abuse and misdemeanor counts of unlawful dealing with a child, unlawful imprisonment, and endangering the welfare of a child. He is being held on $50,000 bond. Now, well, here we go. And I don't know who's involved or not. This is just the first of the reports coming out. KRMS is investigating report of shots fired biker gang holding up at Whiskey Bar Friday night. We're investigating reports of gunshots fired at the Whisker Saloon in Camden. A confidential source tells KRMS News around 10 bikers showed up around 7 p.m. and witnesses say they blocked off the front door, the back door, and the restrooms. The source tells KRMS News the leader of the gang announced the group was armed, and they say gunshots were fired after a fight broke out. A witness says the biker gang attacked one of the customers. Before the shots made everyone scatter. The source tells KRMS News the bikers had the name Camden County Raiders on the back of the vest. Okay, I guess they did print it. KRMS is investigating the story and will pass along details as they become available. Now up north, our guys in Canada and ladies in Canada. I was going to say broads. I'm not politically correct here. And I bet it's freaking cold up there because it's cold here. No appeals date for the HA case. No appeals date set for the BC Hells Angel Clubhouse. And this is an appeal because they came back and said, no, you can't do that from the Supreme Court decision to keep their clubhouses in Kalawane. And I ain't going to even pronounce that one. East Vancouver. In June, the court ruled against the BC Civil Forfeiture Office in its bid to seize the 3 clubhouses almost 13 years after Providence started proceedings against them. While the province had initially argued the 3 residents were acquired by the proceeds of crime, have been used in the past as instruments of crime and would in the future be used as instruments in the crime, the government changed its allegations in August 2015, narrowing its claims to say only that the properties would be used in the future to carry out crimes. That's a funny way of putting stuff, ain't it? To take somebody's property. In the decision, Justice Barry Davis ruled the part of the Civil Forfeiture Act involving future crimes was unconstitutional. Well, somebody's listening, as it's outside the jurisdiction of the province. Shortly after the decision came down, the province filed appeals on the decision on the forfeiture of the 3 buildings on the decision on the act itself. In a decision by the BC Court of Appeals, the court ruled that in future forfeiture cases, the BC Civil Forfeiture Office will continue to be able to rely on the likely use of property for future crimes. Well, that's messed up. Until the appeal is completed. That's what you get when you don't get a Bill of Rights. There are approximately 200 active forfeiture cases in BC, and the executive director of the Civil Forfeiture Office said the majority of these active cases rely on both the past prong and future prong in the act. Man, are you screwed up there sometimes, Canada? Now, we also have Kory Graffs' Wall of Shame right here, the news review. Roseburg VA police officer arrested on multiple charges. And this was, a couple deals back in the day. But I ain't signing up for it, so it happens. But a VA officer has been arrested. I'll look and see if we got any more information on this. Now, going over to Australia, over the big blue ocean, ACT police use new, and get this is kind of like Canada, unexplained wealth laws to seize property belonging to Nomad's biker gang president. By Michael Inman. ACT police have seized $500,000 worth of property belonging to an outlaw bikie gang leader under new unexplained wealth laws. That's pretty interesting right there. The police operation took place simultaneously across 4 locations, targeting the Nomads motorcycle gang national president Michael Clark. Police confiscated 3 boats, fishing equipment, trailers, and a caravan in Batesman's Bay area, as well as 3 Harley-Davidson's motorcycles. The property adds to 2 prestige cars and other items already seized. Mr. Clark was one of 11 people arrested, part of a cross-border investigation of several shootings in the New South Wales coast in December. The 32-year-old was extradited to the NSW and charged with knowingly directing the activities of a criminal group. Now let's go a little bit more into this. Legal changes provide broader powers to confiscate property. Hey, they're taking a page from here in the United States, man. Let's just take your stuff. It's like a business. With Mr. Clark behind bars, ACT authorities have used new laws targeting unexplained wealth to seize some of his assets. Police Detective Superintendent Scott Moeller warned his team We're not done yet investigating the Bikey Boss. Certainly, this investigation is not over, and I'd imagine there will be further items seized in the future. It is this first time the powerful new laws have been used. In the past, authorities were able to only confiscate assets if a person had committed a serious offense that there was a link between the crime and their assets. So now they're changing the rules. But the amended confiscation of criminal asset laws mean authorities now need only to suspect. Man, you guys got it bad over there, man. And I'd have to say, you know, motorcycle club members, take notice, man, because this law could be coming here, man. You just wait. Because their lawfully acquired wealth is less than their total wealth. Quote, it's very clear when an offender doesn't have the financial income to support their lifestyle. So they can just go after you now. That is bad. It's just as bad as their biker laws or bikey laws over there. Victims of crime benefit as police take back criminal income. After an alleged offender's assets are confiscated, they can be forfeited and become ACT property. The forfeit assets are then usually sold off, which much of the proceeds spent helping victims of crime. Over the past 2 years, authorities restrained about $7.2 million worth of property, and about $2.8 million was forfeited to ACT. My God, you guys better be careful over there in Oz, man. That is our news section, and then we're going to go into my final thoughts over on YouTube and Facebook, and we continue the game over on the podcasting platforms. Right now, this show is dedicated to John Sturgis and Kory Graff. We're going to listen to some Def Leppard, guys.
Unbiased and trusted biker news now at HarleyLiberty.com. Founded in 2012, Insane Throttle Biker News has been the place that all bikers come for what's happening in the scene. Go over now and bookmark HarleyLiberty.com. Rock on!
Hi, this is China Doll from Hollywood and China Doll Evening Show. Join us Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube for some fun times and very interesting entertainment. See you there, boys.
Okay, we're back with my final thoughts for the show. That's going to be concluding over on YouTube and Facebook. And again, stay with us over on the podcast. We're going to be doing another segment. We're going to be talking about what's going on in the nation. And as of this recording, they just confirmed Amy Coney Barrett. Hell yeah, that's a big win right there, and we'll go into that in the later of the show. We also have Candlebox coming up, so make sure you guys stay with us. Now, my final thoughts, I think I said it very plainly in my monologue, and I think I agree 1,000% with what Black Dragon had to say. That incident of club members trying to kick that guy off his bike, man, that was just, it makes clubs look really freaking bad. It makes people that are independent, that have nothing to do with clubs, really don't like, they make them hate them. And with that, you lose support. With that, you lose support with the representatives, because could you imagine somebody going to the district representative where this happened, and next thing you know, you have A-Bait going to the same guy, and that representative's going to pull out that video and say to A-Bait, well, is that what I'm going to throw my support behind? No, I don't want to support you guys. And now what happens if a member in that area, or this guy's area, whatever the hell he is hooked up on some charges and he gets jury duty? What do you think's going to happen? It don't even have to be the same club. It just has to be somebody with the motorcycle club patch, and this guy's sitting on the jury. So right away, you got a guilty verdict because of what happened to him, his personal experience. I just find it, disheartening to see that kind of stuff. And if you're going to throw, well, you got to respect us. Well, you got to respect other people, too. They are not bound to this shit. They don't wear a patch. So, this is America. This is the free country. Use the road as you want. That's what I have to say to that. If you want to learn more about protocol, go over to Black Dragon's channel and take a listen to the rest of his video on this subject. Man, BD, you hit it on the freaking head. And that is the problem with this kind of, we just went over the stories from Canada and freaking Australia, where if they have an inkling or a doubt, they just associate it with your club. They can bring up the future crimes and the past crimes. Yes, they can take your shit if they think there's going to be future probability of crime. At that point, what can I tell you, man? That's how bad it's getting over there. But can you imagine how bad it's going to get here? And how many organizations are trying to fight this stuff? They're trying to fight this stuff here in the United States. And something like that sure the hell doesn't help anybody out, man. I really like some honest opinions, what you guys think. Over on HarleyLiberty.com, they're giving honest opinions, but it's like their heads are so far up their ass that they can't see what was trying to be conveyed in that article. The article was supposed to be, hey, club guys, you might want to think about everything that's going on, because, again, you lose them people, you lose a lot yourselves. You're going to lose a lot of freedom. And what happens, say, if a law is passed like they did in Australia here? You can't go and say, hey, can you guys help us here? Can you back us in this fight? Or, I know the famous thing is if they take our rights away, they're going to take yours away. That argument really don't hold any water anymore, man. It really doesn't. And a lot of people, I get called out for it all the time, man. When I try to explain the club side, they call me out like a motherfucker. And they're going to be calling you out too, man. And that I don't care stuff, what anybody else thinks, well, I don't know what to tell you, man. I really don't. So that is my opinion on the news for today. Again, that councilman, or the assistant to that guy, that was messed up, man. Those guys, I wish nothing but harm behind bars, and they get 10 times what they gave their victims. Sad state of affairs when that happens. But we're going to go to our final segment. We're going to listen to some Candlebox. Go to that. Again, if you guys are YouTube or Facebook, make sure you come to the podcasting platforms, man. You can go on Spotify. I always tell people to use the free accounts. You got iHeartRadio, Stitcher, all of them, iTunes. We're everywhere when it comes to that stuff. Again, thanks for all the donations, guys. Cash App, $ Motorcycle Madhouse. You guys rock and roll. You guys over on YouTube and Facebook, have a good morning. The weekend, it can't come fast enough, man. It can't come fast enough, and it's only friggin' Tuesday right now, so friggin' go figure, man. But I'll talk to you guys later. I'll see you guys on the extended portion of the video.
Get your most unbiased and trusted biker news now at HarleyLiberty.com. Founded in 2012, Insane Throttle Biker News has been the place that all bikers come for what's happening in the scene. Go over now and bookmark HarleyLiberty.com. Rock on!
Hi, this is China Doll from Hollywood and China Doll Evening Show. Join us Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube for some fun times and very interesting entertainment. See you there, boys.